Man, you learn something new about these celebrities and athletes every day, bro. What am I hearing that James Harden out here calling hits like a mafia boss or something? Like he control the traffic out here or something. Like they saying that he done called a hit off of a Facebook post. Let's check this video out.
James Harden needs to be very careful before he gets hit with a RICO. There are stories of people accusing James Harden of putting a hit on them currently going viral on social media. So the son of an NBA legend called Moses Malone, he just did an interview with Dogface where he's breaking down how James Harden put a hit on him because James Harden didn't like a Facebook post. Now, he would also claim that James Harden has put hits on multiple people that he's aware of.
Telling.
Now, dog, let me ask you this, right? Because I always see these people that say, "Oh, James Harden's a basketball player. He's not a street." Well, if he's ordered and paid for 2 hits, we know that he paid blunt, right?
2 hits. James Harden don't even look like that type of nigga, but it be them niggas. The niggas that it don't look like, it be them. Like, what type of beef and shit do James Harden got going on? Where he's from or anything? Like, this nigga don't even look like the type to be on that. I feel like him hanging around Lil Baby is what got him like how he is. Like, bro just got out of jail or got released from the jail or whatever for having his gun in the seat and shit like that. Like, man, what has James Harden gotten into?
He paid him come outside. He sent them outside for me, right? That's one.
Like, and don't get me wrong, like, shit, yeah, everybody's supposed to have a gun, defend themselves and shit. But nigga, I ain't even talking about having a gun. I'm more so talking about, like, how is James Harden and sending hits go together? I'm just confused. Like, that don't even go together. Like, you could say that about like niggas that they try to mock, like Ja Morant, or you know, any niggas like that, like shit, Isaiah Stewart or some shit. Like, you expect the stories like that from them, or they gonna go do it and be dummies and shit. But we hearing it from James Harden, the beard.
Now he did this to Adrian Broner too, right? He did the same Adrian Broner when Adrian Broner hit him on the dice. He called Big U, paid Big U to go up Adrian Broner. He's a basketball.
And that's like, I just know this nigga Adrian Broner got so many crazy ass stories that if he released them motherfuckers, he fuck around and end up in jail. That's why he never speak on them. But also the thing that he's talking about the Big U and James Harden and AB thing, this nigga AB was shooting dice in LA allegedly, and he had tricked dice and he had scooped 3 mil out of all them niggas. James Harden was one of the victims that got hit for 3 mil, and yeah, it just went crazy like that. And ever since then, AB, I don't think AB been back to LA since. And I also don't think the investigation has, like, you know, further than what it was. Because I think this was an investigation at a point in time.
Player, but he crossed over into the street. So now he's a street basketball player. Okay? He's not a civilian, and he's not just a basketball player. He's committing crimes. He's committing crimes, and he's ordering hits. A civilian doesn't order hits. If I ordered a hit on somebody, I'm not a street no more. My civilian card is gone.
James Harden is flying too close to the sun, and it's gonna backfire at some point. He was already in Big U Rolling 60 RICO indictment paperwork where they're claiming that he was being extorted, and people are claiming that he's telling on Big U. So things are starting to hit the fan and backfire because James Harden decided he wanted to turn into a street ninja after making $500 million. Like what's wrong with you?
Big U done. When you got niggas like him, like niggas like James Harden doing this shit for play because he he hang with Lil Baby and shit. This is the image that he trying to portray. Like, nigga, I can hoop and be in the field type. Like that's what James Harden on right now. And him telling on Big U is gonna be ugly.
It's just dumb. So apparently this entire beef started with James Harden and this dude because dude made a Facebook post about James Harden charging people $400 to attend a camp.
Some of these situations begin, and I'm talking about the situation with James Harden. Like, how did that start?
Okay, so this is how it started. Just one day, I was at home. I had some parents call me, underprivileged parents that their parents can't pay to go to camps and stuff, and these ladies literally called me crying, saying my son wants to go to James Harden's camp, but we can't afford it. He's charging $399 for a day and a half. Why didn't he go downtown to do a camp for free for underprivileged kids? I got about 2 or 3 of these calls, right?
James Harden has the right to charge whatever he wants to charge.
Yeah, bro. I don't think James Harden, there is no obligation. See, this is one thing that people got to understand. Bro, just because you make it, like, it would be great. It would be lovely for people to give back to their community in any way that they can for free or do whatever they got to do. Like, extend their hand. But that's not an obligation just because you're rich and just because you making money. You don't got to give back to your city, bro. It's not an obligation to do that. Like, you expected him to do something out of his time for free, bro? Like, shit, if anything, the time cost. Cause shit, the shit that he was doing, like, obviously that's not his thing. Like, doing shit for free and, making it waste time. Like, nigga, you're getting a camp from James Harden. You probably get some merch. Nigga, he gonna sign your shit for you, and he gonna potentially make you better. And it's a day and a half camp. So it's not like a 1 day camp for 400. You getting shit, nigga, you getting 200 today, 200 tomorrow type. Like, that's what it is. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with that? It's crazy.
For his camp. If he feels like, my time is worth this, my resources is worth this, right? My expertise is worth this. I want to break even. I have the gym set up. I have several things set up. I want to make a profit. He has a right to make a profit or break even or lose money if he wants to lose money. However, people have a right to critique you, and you don't have a right to try to silence them.
So after the third call, I went on my Facebook post. And I posted his flyer, and I put, James Harden, why aren't you pretty much looking out for underprivileged kids? You're charging $399 for a camp. And there's a football player named Donald Driver that was doing the camp for free.
Well, shit, take your ass to Donald Driver's camp that's doing it for free, bro. If I want to make my money, I want to make my money. You ain't finna big bro me or shame me because I want to charge for a fucking camp. I want to see, like, nigga, you're getting charged because I want to see how serious you are about getting better. Like, I would understand if people went through the camp and the shit like that and it wasn't worth it, but the simple fact that you not knowing what's going on in this camp is crazy. Like, bro, you can't put a price on anybody's shit that you have no control over. Yeah, you got an opinion about him not giving back and shit, but like, okay, and who say that about the other millionaires that's from wherever he's from or from wherever y'all trying to get this camp done? Say that to all of them that's like athletes and shit. It's like, it's hella niggas that will charge for camps. Everybody charges for camps. If anything, what? You gonna go at the niggas that own the AAU basketball teams and saying, why are you charging underprivileged kids to play on a team? Like, yeah, now go at them niggas that got those teams. Like, Chris Paul got a team. Bradley Beal, all them niggas got teams, bro. And I don't hear nobody bashing them about you, bro. They probably charging a band to play on them teams, bro. And that's coming with traveling, jersey, backpack, and tournament shit. They probably charging a band plus minimum. And you worried about James Harden trying to get a cool little 400, getting his shit back. They probably getting some shit sponsored by Adidas. as well, bro. They locked in with him.
I said, don't you make more money, way more money than Donald Driver. I said, don't become your Hollywood. Don't forget where you came from. Pretty much saying, do something for the underprivileged kids in the ghetto. Why are you doing a camp with white people in Kingwood for $399 when I don't like count people's money, but goddamn,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. On top of that, you want people to do shit for free, bro. The crime rate is so crazy that it ain't even worth it, bro. It ain't worth doing shit for free. Bro, if he go do some shit for free, everybody gonna know he's there. And bro, anything can happen, bro. He could get hit up. Anybody can pull up. He don't know who's pulling up. Man, this is a whole system that's going through first and last name and payment, bro. See how bad you really want it, and to keep the environment safe. Man, you ain't gonna get both communities to come show up to a free event because people in their mind gonna think, oh, some shit gonna go down, or some people that are there or ain't supposed to be there. It's gonna be so much shit going down just knowing that they're a celebrity, bro. This is just people brains out here nowadays. It ain't even just like a thing that's just been a thing, bro. People used to be able to do that, but shit, the city then got worse. I mean, not city, but shit, the world then got worse.
this motherfucker's making. So I just made that statement, okay? And maybe about 200
Moses Malone, get your son, dog.
likes, 200 comments. Everybody was in agreement with me. And then I get a call from my then bodyguard. Okay, he goes by Big Miami. And he calls me. He's like, hey, man, what you post on Facebook? I was like, what you mean? I told him. He's like, man, James' bodyguard, Tony, called me, and he said James is pissed off you posted something on Facebook. And I said, are you serious? Like I said, James Harden is mad about what I'm not thinking in my mind, why the me and James Harden ain't friends on Facebook?
Yeah, nigga, you trying to make him look like a bad person. You trying to, just because he charging for his camp, you trying to make him look like a bad person when you could have just not said nothing at all. You was better off just not saying nothing about it. You could have kept your opinion to yourself. Like, hey, I wouldn't charge kids or underprivileged people 400. But I mean, if it is what it is, like, that should have been your answer. Not no damn bashing James Harden because he wanna charge for his camp. Just like, nigga, yeah, he got 100 mil. Nigga, he trying to make 100 more mil. Even if it's the slowest way, bro. And that's the thing. When you spend money and shit like that and don't get nothing from it, yeah, you get all this like glory and love and shit like that. But where's all that glory and love when you go broke? Like when all that money is gone because you sitting here trying to do free shit and helping, where is that money that like that would, where's that money at then? Where's that money at? Where's that money at when you go down and you ain't got shit going? Like, nigga, this could be like a back end. This shit, he could be using this to create a funding account for his family member or whoever he's taking care of, if he's taking care of anybody.
Why the does he care about what I'm posting on Facebook? He gets talked about every day. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, whatever it is, man, please take it down, bro.
Bro, and the thing is, it's not like Moses Malone's son is like a nigga. You're a son to a legend, nigga. It's not like you're just a regular nigga. I mean, you might be a regular nigga in the streets to everybody else, but shit, at the end of the day, you still Moses Malone's son, nigga. Niggas know who Moses Malone is. Yeah, he gonna see that because you in the basketball politics. You probably do this shit every day.
To be fair, if James Harden would have taken the camp to the hood and charged the kids $300, they would have called him names. So he took the camp to the suburbs and charged them $300, and they still calling him names. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that James Harden will see a post criticizing him from Moses Malone II, right? Because they're probably all in the NBA circles. I assume NBA players probably follow him on Facebook, or they're friends with him on Facebook, or NBA legends or NBA scouts, or people who are involved in the NBA in general probably follows a guy named Moses Malone II, right? So that's not out of the realm of possibility. Now,
Literally.
James Harden being upset that this dude is critiquing him on Facebook is absurd, bro. If I'm up $200 million, the last thing I'm concerned about is what people on Facebook are saying about me.
Now that right there, like James Harden is wrong for being mad because, like, nigga, why are you worried about what this nigga got to say about you? And why, or actually, you should be mad, but then why are you taking it this extent? Like, why is it going so far now? Like, why are why is your name being brought up about hits?
Like, come on, bro, listen, bro. I'm poor right now. Okay, I'm poor, and I still ain't concerned about what folks gotta say about me, bro. You up 200 M's and you're that concerned. Now, James Harden was so concerned that he had people call, and people were tapping in. And apparently, though, when people tapped in and when people call, that actually convinced this dude to take down his post. Like, it convinced them to remove it. Problem should have been solved there, right? Apparently not. Apparently, him taking down the post where he's critiquing James Harden was not enough.
I have a friend named Herb Baker. Herb Baker calls me because he's friends with James Harden's cousin, or his brother-in-law, Lennox, that was like married to his sister, James Harden's sister. And he's like, Lennox is telling him, man, you need to talk to your boy Mo. I don't know what they got going on, but James is mad about this Facebook post, and Mo need to chill or something like that. And my boy Herb is like, nah, man, that tripping about that. Like, y'all, we should sit down, let them smoke a blunt with each other, talk this and be over with. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go back to James. He goes back to James and tells James this. James tells that, man, you sound like you sleeping with the enemy. And he told that, this was his exact words. He said, you tell that my money go forever. That's what he said, right? So I'm like, I'm thinking this, all right, cool. Maybe this is over with. So Herb's like, man, don't worry about that, man. He'll get over it. But
I'm gonna say this, and I hope you listen, bro. If your enemy is a man who's up $500 million with a vengeance against you, you probably don't want to sleep good at night, right? You probably don't want to sleep too well. You
Leave that
probably
nigga
want to keep your
alone.
eyes open. That's a man who could touch you and enact whatever revenge he wants to enact against you, especially in Houston. But James Harden is like the mayor of Houston. James Harden is not an NBA player like LeBron James who goes home to his family, who does corporate things. No, James Harden is in the trenches with literal killers and gang members while up $500 million. Do you understand how much they worship James Harden in that city? So for you to piss that guy off in that city and move around as if it's all good is crazy.
Bro, the simple fact James Harden is in that, like, I mean, I heard it a couple times, but I never believed it because, like, James Harden never gave that off. So apparently this nigga Harden be really in the field. Like, people probably got hella pictures with this nigga in the hood and shit. And he just be like, hey, bro, just don't post it. Post it when I retire or some shit.
But he was moving around as if it's all good. Right? He goes to the club that night, and while at the club, he gets confronted by one of James Harden's guys.
Pull up to the club. I had a parking spot in the front. As soon as I'm paying the valet person, I turn around, and there's a Blunt. The Blunt, Darian Blunt. He's walking from the club with 15 other guys, right? Literally 12 to 15 guys. They circle me. They all pull out their guns. They didn't have just regular guns. They had guns with drums, AKs out there, Uzis. I seen the guns. Like, they came for me like I was Tony Montana. And I see DJ Eric to the left of me. He's recording. He has his phone out recording the right? I thought he was recording, but it gets better. The first thing Blunt says to me, yeah, you on Facebook talking about James Harden. And I looked at it like, bro, are you serious? That's exactly what I said. Are you sure? Yeah, you on Facebook talking about James Harden. You gonna end up dead out here. You gonna end up dead. So he's talking all this, and I'm just looking at Blunt. Now, Blunt, remind you, is 5'9", 350 pounds, with a stomach like he's 18 months pregnant. Okay, literally, like with twins, dog, with twins. Okay, this is how fat he is. I'll punish Blunt. So when I see all them guns, I do like this. And I look at him like that, and I do like this. Like, kind of smirk at him, like, damn well, if you was out here by yourself, you get your ass whooped. That's how I looked at him, right? And then that like, get him. And then, some punched me, another punched me. They ripped my earrings out my ear. Somebody ran my pockets. They twist me around and pistol with me. He pulled a gun out like he was about to shoot me. And then I heard somebody say, no, 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 no. And then he turned the gun around and hit me in the back of the head, right?
Damn.
Then I fell on the ground. And then somebody kicked me in my stomach. Then the other dude kicked me in my face. All right.
While this is going on, James
Oh
Harden
my God. You're telling me the James Harden, Mr. Step back and let that bitch blow on some cartel shit, hitting you with the get that nigga. I need him gone. Get him. He's hitting them with that. Are we like niggas talking about nigga? You get killed for talking about James Harden.
actually in the club in his
I
section.
ain't never heard it.
So when they get done whooping on him or doing this to him, these dummies go back in the club and then go to James Harden's section. Which is probably why we see the James Harden deposition, right, where they're questioning him about this because, bro, if you pull a gun out on somebody, pistol whip them, beat them up, rob them, you would think they would leave the club. But that shows like how invincible and untouchable they thought they were. They thought they would be able to do this and get away with it and go back in the club and party and chill and then brag to James Harden about how bad they did him. Because if they thought they was gonna go to jail for this, they would have left. You don't do this to like somebody, then go back in the club and have a good old time. They felt untouchable.
Yeah, Harden would fuck around and get the mayor knocked off if he wanted to in Houston. This nigga, he's really in there running Houston. Ain't no way a nigga finna send some niggas outside to beat my ass and then come back in here and think y'all finna party. I damn near might ruin everybody else's fun. I might have to ruin everybody's fun if you know what I mean. Cause ain't no way 15 niggas is putting their hands on. I'm getting pistol whipped. Nigga, we shutting it down tonight.
Even if we aren't talking about the police, let's just say this dude was a street dude. You do this to somebody and you stay? You're not afraid that they might come back and do something? But he's my type of guy. He ain't keep it in the streets. No. Immediately after they did this, they went back in the club and started partying with James Harden. That dude picked up the phone and called my favorite people in the world. He called the police.
My God is with me. He couldn't do anything. It's 2 verse 15.
Right.
So he's like, man, Mo, just go home. Just go home. I'm like, man, I don't got my keys. Because I have my keys in my car. So 5 minutes later, somebody comes and brings my keys and credit cards to me and my ID. Okay. And I tell that John, he's like, bro, all them that did the situation is in James Harden's section right now. I said, what? I said, all right. I said, give me your phone and go back in and follow them, right? He's like, what you about to do? I said, give me your phone because they stole my phone. I said, give me your phone. Go back in and follow them. So when he goes back inside, I go up to the security and I tell them, I said, hey, and this is on everything. I said, y'all better go inside and get my jewelry. And you know what they told me, dog? V Live's gonna open with or without you. I said, oh, okay. Bet. I said, bet. So I went into my car, hooked my iCloud up to my car, and I found a number that is high level person in Houston, and they directed me what to do. And they were like, we're gonna send every police unit up to V Live right now. I just need you to call 911. So I call 911, and they come up to the club. First 2 cops pull up. I see the security guard in the front dash on the inside. He must have went to go tell Blunt that the police was there, right? But by the time Blunt took the tapes out the back, went through the back door. Well, by the time the police got there, dog, They had like 40 to 50 cars out there. People thought that somebody died. They had both sides of the street. You couldn't get up and down the street. That's how many cop cars were there. They locked everybody in the building. There's a officer named Officer Bettinger. When I'm standing outside, he comes running from the back. He's out of breath. His first thing he says is, I just had to give chase to James Harden. I caught him running out the back door trying to get in his Sprinter. And I made him go back in the club.
Ultimately, the guys who beat him up, they got arrested. James Harden was not arrested that night. However, I think
That's how it's supposed to go. James Harden gonna take care of them if they just take the charge. That's how it's supposed to go.
James Harden is being sued for this. There's deposition of James Harden answering questions in regards to this. So all in all, bruh, James Harden got to be careful, bruh. This is like the second or third, maybe the fourth incident we've heard with James Harden's name in some gangster stuff, or James Harden name in some gang stuff.
Yeah, man. I guess I don't really be watching the media as much as everybody else because this the first thing I ever heard about James Harden, like really getting active in the streets for real or even being involved whatsoever. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Is James Harden really moving like that? Is he a real general in Houston? Like, shit, my Houston people, let me know. Let me know how y'all look at James Harden and shit. Like, y'all look at that nigga like a president or like, do he get treated like a president or what? Like, yeah, some of y'all let me know.